Good day, Canadians. Haver Uplay here with today's big picture. Just a few words before we begin about something I am genuinely proud of. Recognition matters, not the kind that comes with a press release, but the kind that lands in a moment someone actually remembers. HaverUplay.com was built for that. Whether you are speaking to a colleague, a team, or a premier, this is where you put your name behind something real. Every word matters. Come find out how yours can be heard at HaverUplay.com. And now, with today's big picture. There is a moment in the life of any relationship when a question that has lived quietly beneath the surface finally gets asked out loud. Not because things got worse overnight, but because too much time passed and nothing got better. That moment arrived in Alberta last week. The Citizens' Initiative petition for a constitutional referendum on Alberta Independence crossed its minimum signature threshold. 177,000 Albertans put their name to the question, and more people are still signing. This is not a fringe movement. This is not the work of a loud minority. This is a province standing in line asking the question it has been holding for a very long time. To understand why, you could look back at the entire decade, but you really only need to scroll back over the last couple of months. 100,000 jobs gone to begin this new year. The highest food inflation in the G7, 2 months running. GDP not gaining ground. An economy where people are working harder and falling further behind. And a federal government that responded to Alberta's request for pipeline capacity with an MOU that was footswept before it could become anything real. What arrived in its place was a methane regulation agreement and an environmental assessment cooperation deal. Partial wins presented as the whole thing, while the actual ask, the pipeline capacity that could move Alberta's economy forward, quietly disappeared. More layers of opposition were added. Billions committed to other priorities. Other provinces given the green light, while Alberta waited. They call it investment. When you invest and get nothing back, there is another word for that. Now, Premier Smith has committed. The question will be put to every Albertan on October 19th, and every signature added from this point forward is not a formality. It is a statement that the threshold was not a ceiling, it was a floor. Do you agree that the province of Alberta should cease to be part of Canada to become an independent state? That question will draw emotion, and emotion is not nothing, but it is also not the full answer. The full answer lives somewhere else. It lives in the classrooms that are over capacity, while children fall behind. It lives in the food bank line that does not get shorter. It lives in the elder choosing between prescriptions and groceries. It lives in the law-abiding citizen surrendering a firearm, while the ones who should not have one suffer no consequence. It lives in the middle class, disappearing quietly, while the language of progress covers its absence. Alberta is not asking this question because separation is easy. Alberta is asking this question because the alternative, staying and watching, has stopped feeling like a choice. For some, the referendum does not look like the answer, yet. But is that because they simply have not been honest with themselves about what the real question actually is? When the fourth wealthiest nation on the planet allows 2.5 million of its children to go to sleep hungry each night while continuing to call this progress, why would Alberta want to remain a part of this relationship? And now you see the big picture. Haver Uplay signing out.